So, encrypted search on Google, this is basically what we're talking about. So this is a slide that we made 2 weeks ago, which is already completely out of date. So this shows how encrypted search over the last 6 months has been increasing. As we now all know, it's now basically going up to 100% in the very near future or now. It's a situation that's been frustrating us for some time. So we came up with a solution to deal with it from an attribution perspective. Now, from an attribution perspective, it's actually even more important than from an SEO perspective. And that is because of the different treatment needed for brand search terms to normal search terms. Because someone who comes on the searches for the term dresses for House of Fraser, comes to House of Fraser, goes away, comes back an hour later and searches for House of Fraser and buys. Doesn't matter whether it's PPC, SEO or product listing ad, that first search is what mattered, the second one didn't matter at all. I mean, I think everyone here would probably agree with that. So we'd want to make sure we attribute everything to that first search in that instance. As soon as that term, House of Fraser, is encrypted, you don't know it's a brand search. So it doesn't really matter what happened before, but you can't attribute accurately to the correct touch points. So we've tried to come up with a way of understanding for that encrypted traffic. Initially, is it brand or not? Is it a trademark term or not? And the way we I'll go through this as quickly as I can. The way we looked at it initially was just looking at the landing pages of existing natural search terms where we did have the search term provided. So from that remaining 40 or 50%, and identifying landing pages that were most likely to be attracting the navigational search terms, and we simply split the traffic into two groups, navigational and non-navigational. One is treated, the non-navigational is treated in one way, the navigation is treated like in a similar way to PPC brand and to direct, because it's a navigational source rather than a new user driver. So the obvious progression from that is, which we've started implementing now, is to not just look at the brand and non-brand split, but essentially start segregating your traffic based on the structure of your site. So within SEO, you're actually working to try and increase the presence of pages, so they rank for themes and terms that are associated around that page or those groups of pages. And that can very simply be mapped and ranked and turned into a simple set of keyword groups. So that can be as granular or as structured as you want. So you could have keyword groups going down to individual pages. So each page is recorded individually in terms of its SEO performance. Or if you've got 150,000 pages based on automatically generated content, you can group those together based on a sensible site structure, which would then allow you to report on different segments of that structure, and your SEO performance can be reported accordingly, and your attribution can be carried out accordingly. Okay, so the important point here we're trying to make is that at the moment you've got SEO, PPC, email, affiliate and SEO, and then a sale happens. If you don't know what those SEO search terms are and you attribute them all equally in a very straightforward manner, then each of those would be awarded £8. It's an equal split. It's a £40 sale. If we know the last one's brand, then the first four would be attributed £10 each instead. So the attribution would be approached in a different way once you understand that split.